Hello everybody, good news, your girl got a camera. Bad news, your girl did not get lights. So, new camera, same terrible, awful lighting. My bad, I'm sorry, I'll fix it eventually, I swear. But none of that's important. What we're here to talk about today is the questioning phase of transition, or the questioning phase of just questioning if you don't end up transitioning, which is totally valid and cool, by the way. Questioning is really hard. For me personally, it was one of the most time-consuming, stressful, just like drawn-out, painful parts of transition so far. And it's one of those things that is so deeply personal and so deeply individualized that it's very difficult to give good advice about the questioning phase. It's kind of like this fog of war that you're in and you don't know like what your next move is and no one can tell you and it's really confusing, but I got some stuff for you. I got some stuff. Let's go over the stuff. I'm flipping through this notepad to make it look like I'm trying to find my ideas, but actually I have no ideas and my ideas are all on my phone, but this is a really cool practical prop, right? I'm almost ContraPoints. First off, questioning and doubt feel a lot like this just inescapable labyrinth that kind of overtakes you, and you have these alternating days of like doubt and then confidence, and then just like your confidence is dashed and the doubt is back and you don't know what you want, and you try to imagine yourself in different futures and different realities, and certain things click, certain things don't, but it's just this like hurricane of mental just like I'm trying to figure it out energy. And after a while it can start to feel a lot less like I'm trying to figure it out and more like, why is this happening to me? I just want it to be over. I no longer care if I figure it out, which is a point that I think everyone hits at least once a week when they're questioning. It's hard, okay? However, all of that stress and thinking and just general energy that you're putting into it is going somewhere, even if it doesn't feel like it. Your brain is working overtime trying to figure out what it wants and how to get it, which are both extremely, extremely complex questions. It can be very tempting when you are questioning and when it gets hard to just kind of give up. I know for me personally, I had a few questioning moments early on, like a couple years before I actually like accepted it and transitioned, where I just told myself, no, I'm making this up in my head. There's no way that that's how it is. And even if it was, which is the part that gets you, even if it was that, even if I am trans, it's not like I can just transition, right? Guys, you cannot just transition. It's hard. Duh. I started to think like, am I a woman? Am I transgender? Should I start transitioning? Will I feel happier if I do that? But before I could get any farther than that, my brain was like, actually, that sounds hard. You're a man. I was not a man. And then I slipped into a year-long alcoholic spiral. So if you're questioning, just see it through. Just see where it takes you, you know? Because the alternative path will take you, I don't know where. At least when you're questioning, you're working on something, right? You're trying to figure yourself out, and there's no way that that's a bad thing. If you are asking questions about yourself and about your identity, you are doing work mentally. That is self-improvement, even if it just feels like chaos. I have met a lot of people who have questioned their gender, and none of them have regretted it. It is highly unlikely that you will be any different. I guess it's possible, but I've never heard of someone regretting taking themselves seriously. In my opinion, questioning and exploring go hand in hand. You should be doing both at the same time. If you're questioning without exploring, you're going to be questioning for a very long time. Getting through questioning is all about incremental progress, and incremental progress is all about little victories. So in my opinion, your goal, if you want to escape the questioning vortex, is to get as many of those little victories as you can. And that's going to look different person to person. For me, it was stuff like coming to terms with the fact that I can totally just use whatever name and pronouns I want online. Like I can just go to an online forum and like be whoever I want to be. And since that's all they know about me, like that's just how people will acknowledge me. Clearing that hurdle mentally and realizing that like I deserved to be able to do that was a huge step in questioning for me. Honestly, that was such a big step that like it is a little bit above the criteria for little victories. So why did I choose to give the worst possible example for a little victory? That would be because my feeble 100% biologically female prefrontal cortex is withering because I played too many video games. That's what my mom said anyway. She also says I have to clean my room. Skylar Michelle, if I see another one of these goddamn acoustic panels on your floor, you are going to hear from your father. I have a father? A much better example of a small victory might be that you find an accessory that you enjoy. You learn to paint your nails, just like something little that brings you joy. For me personally, painting my nails was like the first step in presentation for me. It was the first thing I ever did, and I felt powerful. And I only knew how validating it was because I tried. I fought for that small victory. Things that feel good, find them, cling to them, get your nail polish, get your whatever you have to do. You deserve it. Do not deny yourself things that you like or could potentially like because you feel like it's not yours. Take ownership over the things you enjoy. So yeah, fight for those small victories, find the things you like, find the things that make you feel happy and valid, and eventually you will have enough things that make you happy and valid to realize like, oh, there might be something to this. You deserve it. You deserve to like things. You are not intruding on anyone's space. So just vibe. Once you've amassed enough small victories, you will eventually look around and realize that what you were fighting the whole time was actually doubt. And you will see that the number of doubts that you have remaining is considerably less than it used to be. In fact, maybe even a manageable amount. And at that point, maybe you could start to make decisions. That's how it happened for me. I realized, oh my god, like 85% of my doubts are gone. I guess I'm good. And I was, I think. I still have doubt days. Do you hate yourself? Just a question for you. Like, do you hate yourself, or like is there a chance that you might hate yourself like deep down? I'm sure this goes without saying, but hating yourself is not a productive thing to do. It is very difficult to live a fulfilling life and be successful and be good to people if you don't like yourself. And denying yourself opportunities to question and explore is definitely a good way to stay stuck in a headspace of like self-loathing. If you do not actively like yourself, you have to figure out why. The answer is there even if you can't see it, but you have to find it. Because believe it or not, no matter how normal it feels, hating yourself is not a normal, good thing to do. Believe me, I tried it for a very long time. It did not actually make anything any better. I didn't know that it was possible to actually like yourself until I got to like this point in transition, but I'm realizing, oh my god, it's totally possible and I do it. I think the most important thing that I needed to hear when I was questioning is that how other people see you and how society treats you and how your life is gonna shake out if you realize you're trans and start to transition matters, but not to you while you're questioning. The most important thing is to figure out who you are and learn to love yourself. You can't do anything without that. So you owe it to yourself to take yourself super seriously and not let life outside of you control how you view your identity and your personality and how you want to carry yourself as a person. You should be able to look at yourself every day and see something, just something that you were like, wow, I am proud, I am happy. It's not just a privilege, it's not something for other people, it's not this thing that should be fleeting and conditional, it should be something that you can feel every day. You should look back on your questioning and your experimentation, and if you go that way, your transition, and feel like you have made yourself happier. That is what you deserve. It is not just a thing that happens to other people. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in me terms so it's at least a little bit less preachy. After becoming more honest with myself and understanding what I wanted more, I became infinitely more confident because I have realized like what true happiness looks like, which is a weird like culty thing to say, but it's true. Like I didn't know the sensation of loving myself until very recently, and now I'm prepared to like make sacrifices for myself. I don't care what people think, I don't care how people treat me. I'm just like, I want to do me. I want to be perceived the way I want and like just do, you know? So this was a tangent, but to summarize, questioning is hard, but if you're doing it, you're doing work. And that work is going to lead you to like new levels of like self-understanding and happiness and stuff. And no matter what happens, no matter what is waiting for you at the end of questioning, it is a good thing. And you are a better person at the end of it than you probably are now. Not to say you're a bad person now, I'm just saying you might like yourself better a little bit later on. Check back in. I remember a version of me that was just completely overcome with doubt and stress over questioning. And that version of me would be extremely proud to see how far I've come. I am on the opposite end of things that I didn't think I would ever make it past. I am where I am because when the questioning got harder and the doubts got worse, I got harder. Wait, what am I trying to say? I don't know. Why do you listen to me? Why do you people beg me for videos if this is what I fucking give you? I'm so sorry. Questioning is really hard, but you're doing great. I'm so proud of you. There are good things waiting for you at the other end. And, yeah. Like, comment, sub. I, for one, think you're gonna be just fine. I've been wrong before. However, I'm only wrong if you make me wrong. So, go do it. Thank you everybody, bye, and if you want to help me light this better, Patreon is in the comments. If you like this terrible lighting, or description, not comments, I'm going insane. If you like this terrible lighting, don't give me money. I'll just waste it on good lighting. Anyway, bye.